Although there isn't any data yet to back up this claim, it can be inferred that accessibility to the metaverse can greatly reduce crime rates. Instead of feeling impulsive and breaking the law in the real world, a person can go into a fantasy world where they eliminate the risk of hurting another person by committing a crime in the physical world. 3. Providing accessibility to entertainment. Another excellent point proving that the metaverse has the potential to change the future is what the metaverse means for accessibility. With the ability to attend a virtual concert or educational program, someone that may not have the means to attend in person now has the ability to experience the same thing as others who do. This same sentiment can be applied to virtual tours of natural areas, like the national park system, for example. By accessing the metaverse, someone with a physical disability would then have the opportunity to hike a trail that may not otherwise be accessible to them. 3 key aspects of the metaverse: presence, interoperability, and standardization. The metaverse is a digital platform that is slated to become the successor to the internet as it ushers in the next stage of technology. As a fully immersible 3D experience, the inner workings of the metaverse can get complex. With that said, there are 3 key aspects of the metaverse that allow it to work in the way it does. These aspects are presence, interoperability, and standardization. Each one has a unique and important job in allowing the metaverse to run. Without one, you won't get the other 2. In order for the metaverse to run smoothly, all 3 aspects need to work together in unison. In this guide, we're going to explain each of the 3 key aspects and why they're important to the metaverse. What is presence and why does it matter? Presence, in regards to the metaverse, is the actual feeling of being within the virtual world. When you can physically feel your online presence, it's been shown to greatly improve the quality of your experience while online. To achieve that feeling of being present, it's easiest to use a VR headset to immerse yourself in the world. The same sentiment is true for anyone who likes playing games or interacting on social media outside of the metaverse. When we can feel the presence in a game with excellent graphics, it makes us want to play the game longer. When we post on social media and feel seen and heard, it makes us want to continue conversations with online friends. What is interoperability and why does it matter? The next aspect we're going to cover is interoperability. Interoperability refers to a person's ability to jump between virtual worlds with ease. Rather than changing digital assets within each world, interoperability allows you to jump through metaverses while using the same avatar and other digital items. There are a variety of applications that allow users to create an avatar to be used throughout hundreds of platforms. Some of these include Ready Player Me and Animes. These 2 apps not only allow you to create game characters, but you can also use your avatar in Zoom meetings. As far as the transferring of these digital assets goes, the process is typically carried out on the blockchain through the use of cryptocurrency or NFTs. What is standardization and why does it matter? The third and final key aspect of the metaverse is standardization. Standardization is what enables interoperability within the platforms across the metaverse and beyond. In retrospect, you can't have interoperability without standardization. When it comes to standardization in the metaverse, standards are created by the Open Metaverse Interoperability Group. The group's mission is to bridge virtual worlds by designing and promoting protocols for identity, social graphs, inventory, and beyond. With a world as large as the metaverse is designed to be, having standards is important to ensure smooth operation. Why is the metaverse important? Within the global tech industry, the metaverse has been talked up to be the successor to the internet. Those are some pretty big shoes to fill, so who builds it and how the metaverse is built is integral to ensuring it can live up to the expectations we're putting on it. While the metaverse isn't the fully immersive oasis we want it to be yet, spending as much time as possible ensuring it runs smoothly is essential. After all, what are we supposed to do if we rush to the process and the entire world crashes as a result? As the next in line to the throne after the internet, the metaverse is important for a myriad of reasons, from connecting with friends and family, to revolutionizing medicine. 4 ways the metaverse will change the workplace. Although the modern definition of the metaverse is a long way from becoming a full reality, there are a number of ways this new technology will transform the workplace as a whole. As the research and development for the metaverse are constantly improving, we can already make predictions of how far this technology can go. Advances in workplace structure are integral to ensuring a business or corporation can keep up with the ever-evolving world. When it comes to the metaverse, there are workplace changes both large and small that will occur over time, from the restructuring of meetings and conferences to the eventual use of robotic surgeons. The opportunities are vast. In this guide, we're going to explain 4 ways the metaverse will significantly change the workplace. The structure of meetings and conferences. Of the 4 ways we'll cover today, the restructuring of work meetings and conferences is likely to be the first to roll in. Imagine a time in the nearby future. You're at home, still in your pajamas, and you have a work meeting starting in 10 minutes. If this were today, you'd likely be feeling frazzled and trying to make a half-ditch effort to look presentable without being late. However, a meeting held within the metaverse would show your avatar instead of your physical self. What that means is that you wouldn't need to worry about trivial things like work clothes or washing your hair. Instead, you can focus on the important parts of the meeting from the comfort of your own home. Now, if you think about it, this change is a win-win for everyone. Job creation. The next pivotal change we want to cover is what job creation is going to look like when the metaverse comes around. In the same vein as the metaverse changing how existing jobs are structured, it's also going to create a plethora of new jobs as help will be needed in designing computers, databases, and other things to help the metaverse run. In addition to that, a metaverse with virtual shopping experiences will require the hiring of virtual customer service workers to help customers choose and purchase their items while in the metaverse. Changes in military training. For people in the military, Microsoft has already partnered with the US Army to create a VR military training experience. The tech company is currently in the process of creating headsets that will show soldiers where they are, while also projecting holographic images, 3D terrain maps, and a compass, all within their field of vision. The premise of these exercises is that the trainees will be looking at the terrain from an enemy's viewpoint. Along with that, they can also see where their other platoon members are, and are going to be designed to see through bad weather. These hyper-realistic training scenarios will allow soldiers to get combat training without risking serious injury during the training process. The final concept we want to mention comes from the medical field in regards to robotic surgeries. With the metaverse, surgeons will have the opportunity to train on how to remotely perform a surgery. Instead of being in the operating room, the surgeon can access the metaverse and control the movements of a robotic surgeon within the OR. This concept is revolutionary in the medical field, but it's worth noting that this type of change won't happen for a very long time. Not only do medical professionals need to train in this specialized practice, but adequate risk assessment needs to be done before this type of project could be approved. 5 companies investing in the metaverse. Spend a few minutes anywhere in the global tech market and you're likely to hear mention of the metaverse. While the term itself isn't a new one, the technology behind metaverse is revolutionary. From changing the way we socialize with each other to finding new ways to enjoy far-off places, the metaverse is the next big thing in technology. With that said, not every company is fancy with the technology yet. Despite this, there are a number of global brands that have embraced the idea of change and innovation and have already started the research and development process for the metaverse. From global tech companies like Meta itself to gaming companies like Epic Games, there's no telling just how expansive the metaverse will be. In this guide, we will highlight 5 global tech brands that are leading the way in metaverse research and development. Meta. Meta, formerly known as Facebook, is leading the way in metaverse research and development. Meta changed its name from Facebook in 2021 as a way to usher in a new era of technology. Their role in development hopes to bring users and players into a vast network of 3D virtual worlds while also maintaining player identity. Metaverse, the company, is also working to create a supercomputer that can fully support the metaverse. This supercomputer is slated to be created within the European Union in hopes to bring more jobs to the territory. Microsoft. Microsoft is currently working on a series of apps for the metaverse on top of the Mesh platform. Along with that, the company is working to build an augmented reality chipset for the metaverse with Qualcomm. The goal of this process is to provide access to new features as the technology develops. In terms of video gameplay within the metaverse, Microsoft is working to update its AltSpace VR technology to create a safer place for users to play. Apple. Apple's role in the development of the metaverse comes from the creation of a head-mounted system used for virtual meeting apps like Zoom. This technology will also incorporate the use of hand and arm movements to increase presence and help with in-meeting interaction. As one of the biggest tech companies currently out there, it should come as no surprise that Apple's large budget for research and development will be used within the metaverse. Roblox Corporation. The corporation behind the Roblox game is currently working to build a creator economy as well as offering an open gaming platform where users can build their own world. The popularity of this game in terms of the metaverse is that it's helping to build the business model for how the metaverse will operate. Along with the ability to create unique games and worlds within the platform, Roblox has also delved into the entertainment industry by hosting virtual concerts for a variety of popular artists. Epic Games. Epic Games, the company responsible for Fortnite, Battle Royale and other popular video games, has made it to the forefront of metaverse innovation. In fact, Epic Games announced in 2021 that it invested $1 million into the research and development of the metaverse. In addition to that $1 million investment, the gaming company has also invested funds into Spyro Animation Studios to help bring fantastical worlds and characters into the metaverse. Parting thoughts. The companies we covered here aren't the be-all and end-all of the metaverse. In fact, more big tech corporations are joining the ranks every day. With so many brilliant technical minds being used together, there's no question that the metaverse is going to be epic. 5 real-life examples of the metaverse. As the metaverse moves further through the stages of development, it's easy to feel a sense of excitement for what's to come. With that said, there are some real-life examples of the metaverse that you can participate in while the technology is still being developed. From gaming with your friends to attending a virtual concert by your favorite artist, the options for experiencing the metaverse are abundant. Among the most common real-life examples of the metaverse are gaming, social interaction, media and entertainment, virtual tourism, and the use of crypto and NFTs as currency. In this guide, we're going to explain how each of these examples ties into the metaverse. Metaverse gaming. For avid gamers, the metaverse serves as a virtual living room for interaction between teammates and friends. As more companies develop VR-based games, the ability to experience virtual fantasy worlds with other people is becoming more possible every day. In fact, some experts are saying that gaming is going to dominate AR/VR investments and will be the driving factor for the growth of the metaverse. As FPS games and other quest-based adventures are upgraded for modern technology, they pave a path for other games that can be developed within the metaverse. Social media interaction. Another real-life example of the metaverse comes from how we interact with peers on a day-to-day basis. With social media, it can be difficult to feel the emotion behind a post without the use of a bunch of emojis. However, the metaverse offers a new way to communicate with friends and family when they can't be there in person. A new kind of entertainment. Aside from gaming and social interaction, the metaverse also paves the way for a new way of enjoying media and entertainment. From virtual concerts to virtual TED Talks, the metaverse gives someone the ability to enjoy the media they love without the need to leave their own home. Not to mention, it may be more cost-effective in the long run too. Virtual tourism. Similar to the metaverse's role in revolutionizing media and entertainment, there's also a space for virtual tourism. While many may compare this technology to that of Google Street View, there is actually another VR tourism model that originated decades before Google did. The Aspen Movie Map was developed in 1979 by MIT and enabled users to take a computer-generated tour of Aspen, Colorado. This development was the first in terms of using VR to transport the user to a new place. For use within the metaverse, virtual tourism will allow users to tour hotel rooms and towns to plan for upcoming trips, go house hunting from their own couch, or scope out a new business before trying out their products. Commerce evolution. The fifth and final real-life example of the metaverse comes in the form of commerce. Once the metaverse officially launches, the virtual world will rely on NFTs and cryptocurrency to exchange goods and services. But you don't have to wait until the metaverse launches to delve into the world of crypto. In fact, there are several websites out there that can help a person learn to navigate the blockchain and achieve success with cryptocurrency mining and trading. As far as commerce goes within the metaverse, shop owners will be able to create a virtual shop with virtual items that will allow the customer to try them out before buying them at the physical location. Rather than following strict border rules and regulations when it comes to foreign currency, the metaverse won't have the same restrictions as they would in a physical location. A brief history of the metaverse. As technology continues to develop, so does our understanding of what the metaverse is and how it works. What began as an abstract idea about binocular vision has become a fully developed way to experience an entirely new virtual reality. The metaverse that we know of today, a fully immersive internet, isn't the same as the metaverse originally thought of back in the 1800s. Unlike today's Web 3.0 technology, the metaverse's beginnings can be traced back to a man named Sir Charles Wheatstone, who created an outline for a concept where two images, one for each eye, can be combined to make a singular 3D image. In this guide, we're going to outline the extensive history behind the metaverse. From where it began to the metaverse's future, we've got you covered. The beginning of the metaverse. The beginning of the metaverse is often attributed to the work of scientist Sir Charles Wheatstone. Although Wheatstone is known for inventing the concertina instrument and the Playfair cipher, his contribution to the metaverse comes from his concept of binocular vision. This concept allowed him to invent the stereoscope, a device that allows you to observe 3D pictures by utilizing depth of field. The stereoscope is common technology still used today in things like X-rays and aerial photographs. Along with that, the technology from stereoscopes is also used in modern VR headsets. The development of this technology helped inspire Stanley Weinbaum to publish his novel Pygmalion Spectacles. In this literary work, the main character gets to explore and experience a fictional world by using a pair of goggles. Those goggles allowed the main character to use all 5 senses to experience the world around him. Around 2 decades after the novel was published, Morton Hellig created the Sensorama. The Sensorama was a machine that simulated what it would look and feel like to ride a motorcycle in Brooklyn. The invention combined 3D video with audio, visual, smells, and vibrational cues to give the user a fully immersive experience. A few years later, in 1960, Hellig patented the first head-mounted VR display. This type of display worked by combining stereoscopic 3D images with stereo sound. During the 1970s, MIT came up with the Aspen Movie Map. This VR experience enabled users to take a virtual tour of Aspen, Colorado, therefore bringing in the idea of transporting people to new places. How the metaverse continues to grow. It wasn't until 1992 when Neal Stephenson's novel Snow Crash first introduced the term metaverse. In this literary work, the metaverse referred to an alternate reality that people could go to in order to escape the totalitarian regime they lived in. The early 90s saw the development of VR arcade machines, and in 1998, Sports Vision was the first to broadcast a live NFL game with a yellow field marker. It didn't take long for the idea of overlaying frames on top of live footage to spread among other sports channels and forms of media. In just over another decade, we saw the development and launch of the Oculus Rift VR headset by 18-year-old entrepreneur Palmer Luckey. With the Rift, we were introduced to a 90-degree field of vision and the use of computer processing power. In 2014, Facebook purchased the Oculus Rift, and shortly after, Sony and Samsung announced plans to follow suit on VR development. With Facebook changing its name to Meta in 2021, it's safe to say that their focus has shifted to shaping the future of the metaverse as a whole. Should I be worried about the metaverse? The idea of being able to escape a world with less than ideal circumstances and transport yourself into a world of prosperity is certainly enticing. However, navigating this modern concept that is continuously evolving can become overwhelming. But with such a revolutionary concept in technology, what's there to be worried about? With Facebook's renaming to Meta and their shifted focus to the pioneering development of the metaverse, there are some things that warrant cause for worry. From risking a monopolized platform to problems with privacy and digital addiction, it's important to be aware of potential issues going forward. In this guide, we're going to inform you of the potential issues you should be concerned about and how they can be remedied. What you need to be concerned about. With regards to the metaverse, there are 3 things in particular we want you to be aware of. With Meta's recent focus on bringing the metaverse to life, there's a significant risk of a monopolized experience. Beyond that, Meta has numerous issues with data leaks and privacy breaches in the past. To top it off, just like any other new digital platform, there's also the risk of more developed electronic addiction among younger generations. Now let's discuss each of these potential risks a little further. Navigating a monopolized metaverse. Beginning with the potential for monopolization within the metaverse, we need to discuss the Meta brand. As Facebook, Meta became a billion-dollar social media and tech company. As such, they've essentially swept the market in terms of other social media platforms and have pioneered the way in social networking. Because of that, they have the power to control the direction in which the metaverse goes. There won't be much diversity in how the metaverse runs unless more tech companies begin developing the software and other requirements to break into the metaverse. Problems with maintaining privacy. The next factor that is a cause for concern, and also stems from potential monopolization, is that Facebook/Meta has quite a negative track record when it comes to data privacy and security breaches. Perhaps the most well-known instance came in 2018 with the Cambridge Analytica scandal. Cambridge Analytica was a consulting firm with a specialization in using data science to help support political campaigns. On Facebook's part, the tech company was responsible for being complicit in allowing Cambridge Analytica to steal and retain the personal data from more than 90 million Facebook users. This scandal isn't the only dark mark on Meta's record, though. From Beacon in 2007 to instant personalization in 2010, Facebook users everywhere were victims of the illegal use of personal information. Digital addiction is possible. Our final concern is with the possibility of digital addiction through the metaverse. Although the use of the metaverse can only bring solace to those who use it to escape a stressful lifestyle, it can very quickly become an addiction. This problem poses a much higher risk to younger generations as their minds are still developing. Excessive use of electronics has been linked to a number of mental health disorders that range from depression and anxiety to psychosomatic symptoms in some cases. However, exploring the metaverse shouldn't be written off completely. There are a number of success stories that come from the use of electronics with those who suffer from PTSD and other mental disorders. Parting thoughts. Before we leave you, we'd like to remind you that the metaverse isn't inherently bad. However, it's good to hold concerns over what can go wrong with a technology that is still being developed. If we don't express concerns, how can we expect it to grow into a safe and stable technology for future generations to enjoy? The metaverse and medicine. We hear so much about how the metaverse will change the way we interact with others and with work. But that isn't the only significant change we'll see when the metaverse is launched. While there will certainly be ample opportunity to immerse yourself in your favorite video games and virtually shop in your favorite stores, there's also an opportunity to advance how we approach medicine. The metaverse can bring a plethora of benefits to the world of medicine, from telemedicine and the utilization of digital twins, to the use of cryptocurrency to access medical data. The opportunities to reformat the way we approach medicine with the metaverse are endless. We may even see the converging of treatments for patients become more popular as a result. In this guide, we'll explain exactly how the metaverse can benefit medicine and what this means for the future of the medical field. How can the metaverse benefit medicine? The metaverse can benefit medicine in a variety of ways. With telemedicine and converging treatments, the metaverse takes face-to-face interactions to the next level. Not only that, but doctors and surgeons can also utilize digital cloning technology to practice on their patients without actually cutting into the physical person. Let's also not forget that using cryptocurrency to access personal medical records can make obtaining your personal information much quicker and far more secure. Now, let's cover these significant benefits in more detail. Telemedical practices. After the COVID-19 pandemic hit, the use of telehealth medicine gained serious traction. With the use of digital platforms like Zoom and other video conferencing apps, patients can now feel more comfortable getting medical care from the comfort of their homes. Now, let's apply that to the metaverse. If a patient still wants to meet with their doctor or therapist, they can do so within the metaverse and feel like they're getting true face-to-face interaction. The concept of using the metaverse for telehealth also makes finding the right doctor much easier. For example, if the best possible doctor to treat your condition lives in Europe and you're in the United States, you can access the metaverse and meet with the European doctor to get yourself the right treatment. The utilization of digital twins. A digital twin refers to a virtual representation of an object or system that spans its life cycle. When it comes to medicine and the metaverse, doctors and surgeons can utilize your digital twin to understand how your body works and what the recovery process will look like for you specifically. Digital twins also allow a doctor or surgeon to practice a difficult surgery before actually going in for the operation. This takes a lot of risk potential out of the picture as they can be more informed and prepared to do their job. The metaverse and medicine and cryptocurrency. When it comes to cryptocurrency in medicine and the metaverse, the blockchain may be used to manage and secure a patient's valuable health data. With the current system used in American healthcare, patient data is traded between various companies, and accessing your files can take up to a month in some cases. With the use of cryptocurrency and the metaverse, patients can have instant access to their files once the transaction is complete. This way, a patient will own their personal files in a secured file under the blockchain, rather than relying on a third party to manage their health data. Converged treatments. When it comes to converged treatment within the metaverse, clinicians and surgeons will have an easier time consulting with each other about their mutual patients. For example, if a person is pregnant and they also have a history of heart problems, their OB/GYN and cardiologist may want to consult with each other throughout the pregnancy to ensure the patient delivers safely. Top 3 things to understand about the metaverse. The metaverse is a hot topic within global tech circles, and for good reason. While the term metaverse has been around for decades, the technology behind Meta's metaverse is evolving every day. As this term becomes more common within the general public, it's important to know and understand exactly what the metaverse is and how it will be used. Having a solid understanding of Metaverse's framework is integral in keeping up with news in regards to this technological evolution. After all, if you aren't familiar with what it is and how it works, how can you expect to understand or get excited about new developments as they arise? In this guide, we're going to tell you what exactly the metaverse is, how users can utilize the metaverse, and who has the ability to access the metaverse. What exactly is the metaverse? The term metaverse was first used in the 1992 science fiction novel Snow Crash. The term referred to an alternate world where lifelike avatars could meet in realistic 3D buildings and other places in a virtual reality setting. However, the modern definition of the metaverse is an online virtual world that can be accessed via augmented reality. The overall goal of the metaverse is to provide an alternate world that feels hyper-real to the world we already live in. While there's still a way to go, we've already seen the bare-bones framework of the metaverse in online games like Roblox, Minecraft and Fortnite, to name a few. In fact, the companies behind the development of these games are actively working on metaverse technology. Each company that has a hand in the research and development of the metaverse does so in hopes of giving users the ability to work, play, and maintain a connection with their friends while inside the metaverse. How do you use the metaverse? Technically, the metaverse itself isn't fully developed yet. In fact, Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta, said he believes it could take 5 to 10 years before the metaverse is ready. With that said, there are parts of the metaverse that are usable right now. Things like top-speed broadband connections, VR headsets, and always-on online worlds are commonplace in the gaming industry. When the metaverse does officially launch, users will be able to work, play, and virtually travel anywhere in the world and beyond. It's also worth noting that there may be more than one metaverse by the time everything is fully developed. In that case, each individual metaverse may have different functions. For example, while one metaverse may offer a virtual world for social interaction, another one may be devoted entirely to work. Who can use the metaverse? Well, anyone with the right equipment can join the metaverse. However, the equipment required varies depending on who you ask. While Facebook/Meta want you to purchase an Oculus headset, others don't feel a headset is necessary. With that said, a headset is the most effective way to get the immersive experience the metaverse is offering. However, already existing metaverses don't require the use of a headset. These metaverses can be accessed through a computer or mobile device. The most well-known of these are the metaverse of Roblox and the metaverse of Minecraft. In reality, there's a metaverse out there for everyone. While gamers may flock to the metaverses of Roblox or Fortnite, fashion aficionados may enter brand metaverses like Zepeto to see how an outfit would look on them before actually having to try it on. No matter who you are or where your interests lie, the metaverse is waiting for you. Top 5 ways the metaverse will change the future. With as much publicity as the concept of the metaverse has received in recent years, it gets one thinking about just how much of an impact this type of technology will have on the future. What will working look like after the metaverse launches? How will mental health treatment look? There's no debate that the metaverse will certainly change the way we view the internet and the digital world. But that isn't the only thing that will change as a result. From pioneering mental health treatment to transforming the way we work, the metaverse is, no doubt, going to turn into something big. In this guide, we're going to discuss the top 5 ways the metaverse is going to change the future. 1. Pioneering mental health treatment. When it comes to mental health disorders like PTSD and anxiety, the negative thoughts that plague the mind stem from feeling a lack of control. With the metaverse, patients who suffer from those disorders can comfortably work through their troubles in an environment in which they have total control. Not only that, but the metaverse can also give them a chance to experience things they may not otherwise be able to do as a result of their mental health struggles. This can be incredibly effective as an immersion therapy tool. For example, if a patient suffers from anxiety around dogs, they can utilize the metaverse to build up a tolerance. While they may start with a virtual dog, they could eventually work up the nerve to come into contact with a dog in the physical world. 2. Decreasing crime rates. Although there isn't any data yet to back up this claim, it can be inferred that accessibility to the metaverse can greatly reduce crime rates. Instead of feeling impulsive and breaking the law in the real world, a person can go into a fantasy world where they eliminate the risk of hurting another person by committing a crime in the physical world. In another vein, utilizing the metaverse within the prison system can positively impact the attitude and demeanor of prison inmates by allowing them to escape from their current situation for a little while. 3. Providing accessibility to entertainment. Another excellent point proving that the metaverse has the potential to change the future is what the metaverse means for accessibility. With the ability to attend a virtual concert or educational program, someone that may not have the means to attend in person now has the ability to experience the same thing as others who do. This same sentiment can be applied to virtual tours of natural areas, like the national park system, for example. By accessing the metaverse, someone with a physical disability would then have the opportunity to hike a trail that may not otherwise be accessible to them. 4. Encouraging socialization. Another great thing about the metaverse is that it gives people with poor social skills or social anxiety the opportunity to socialize as someone beyond themselves. With an immersive fantasy game, they can play under an entirely different persona to help build their confidence. For a long time there was a stigma around people who spend too much time online. But what those who use that stigma don't know is that a person can obtain and maintain real, genuine friendships with online friends. 5. Transformation in the workplace. As there's no doubt that the metaverse will change the future, we couldn't finish without including the workplace. With the metaverse, the way meetings and conferences will be conducted is going to look entirely different than what we're used to. Beyond that, the AR/VR technology used within the metaverse is going to be used for a variety of training exercises within the military and healthcare fields, amongst other things. Understanding the relationship between the metaverse, crypto, and NFTs. The metaverse, cryptocurrency, non-fungible tokens. These three phrases have been thrown around a lot in the global tech industry. In many cases, they're even used in the same sentences. But how exactly are these three seemingly different things related? To put it frankly, cryptocurrency and NFTs are a means of digital currency that can help users navigate their way through the metaverse. To put it in simpler terms, the metaverse is the world, and cryptocurrency and NFTs are what you use to make purchases and exist within that world. But in order for a person to fully understand how each term is related, they must know what each phrase refers to. In this guide, we're going to explain in detail what the metaverse, cryptocurrency and NFTs are. We'll also cover how they're related and how the metaverse needs crypto and NFTs to survive. What is the metaverse? The metaverse is a virtual world that combines the physical world with virtual and augmented reality to create an entirely new space. The goal of the metaverse is to eventually break down the barrier that currently sits between the virtual and physical worlds in order to bring both together as one. Although the true metaverse, which is a fully immersive VR/AR experience, isn't fully developed yet, there are less sophisticated versions already available. Through games like Roblox and Minecraft, kids and adults alike can build their own characters and worlds within the game. Let's take Roblox for example. In order to change your wardrobe or buy new game pieces for your world, you have to spend Roblox money. That money comes in the form of coins and works in very much the same way that cryptocurrency does. That's where the use of cryptocurrency and NFTs within the metaverse comes in. Cryptocurrency and NFTs. Although the terms crypto and NFT are often used interchangeably, they aren't the same thing. While cryptocurrency is a fungible token, or a token that can be duplicated, NFT is non-fungible and is completely unique in its own right. These two types of digital currency also differ in how they can be used. For example, cryptocurrency is used to purchase goods and services. However, NFTs are meant to show ownership over digital goods. What this means is that you can certainly purchase an NFT within the metaverse, but you can't use it to pay for goods or services like you could with cryptocurrency. How is the metaverse related to cryptocurrency and NFTs? Now we've gone over what each term means, it's easier to distinguish how each of these digital terms is related. With that said, it's important to note that cryptocurrency is more related to the metaverse than NFTs are. While NFTs can certainly be bought within the metaverse, the official currency within the digital world is cryptocurrency. When it comes to making purchases within the metaverse, whether that be clothing or accessories for an avatar or any other digital goods, Cryptocurrency is the method of payment used. Cryptocurrency is very much like a link between the physical and virtual worlds. The currency shows how much you have in terms of money as a physical being, while allowing you to make purchases and live within the metaverse world. Parting thoughts. Although the metaverse is a long way from being fully immersive, it's worth delving into the world of cryptocurrency to prepare yourself for what's to come. This way, you're well equipped to navigate the metaverse when the time comes and you don't need to worry about not having access to certain parts of the world.